All right. Today's podcast, we're going to be talking about the power of visuals. Um, Visuals being photography, videos, and how that relates to you as a vendor and how that can increase your customer base and increase your profits and help your business grow. Um, it's going to elevate your business. Visuals, they are a net positive and asset to you as a vendor. So before we jump into it, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Bill Davenport with Anchored Market Ventures, your number one source for all things vendor related knowledge and empowerment. We run local farmers markets here in the Florida Panhandle, and we love seeing vendors succeed. And this is our podcast, The Vendor's Edge. And this is our third episode. So definitely not experts on the podcasting thing. We're learning as we go, and we're hoping to put out a lot of information through the podcast format that will help you as vendors at your local farmers markets, craft shows, and festivals, and help you grow and succeed. But today we're talking about the power of visuals and why product photography and social media matters for you as a vendor. We're in a visually driven world. High quality product photography is critical for capturing attention online and drawing customers into your booth. It's really your first impression online. Folks see your product pictures, your product videos first. It's as a human, that's what we're naturally drawn to before we read the about you or about the product. Visuals are critical and they can really set the stage for success when it comes to your business and your product selling. And product photography, business photography, videos, they are super valuable in helping convey your story and your values about your products and enhancing your overall brand. They are a powerful tool that you can use as a vendor on the branding side of the house for you and your business. So it's definitely something, if you're not currently taking product pictures or videos or some behind the scene pictures and videos and posting it on your online platforms that you're a part of, it's something you definitely want to start doing. You don't have to do it all at once, but take some photographs, take a quick video. I can't stress enough, this right here, your phone, this is a powerful tool. You use what you got, but your phone is amazing for taking some great photographs of your products, sitting here doing some behind the scene photography while you're working, and just a quick simple post on Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest will really help build a connection with your customer base, show them a little bit of the human side of your business, and help grow your brand. Really, it boils down to getting started with what you have. Um, Again, like I just said, use your smartphone. Your smartphone is a super powerful um, piece of equipment that almost all of us have. You don't have to go out and buy the newest uh, camera or video recorder. Almost every smartphone that we have today that we use as vendors is fully capable of taking excellent quality photos and videos. So use what you have. Um, Today's smartphones are powerful. They have powerful cameras that can produce high quality images with very little know-how. It's pretty much point and shoot. When you're taking these photos or these videos, you don't need fancy lights. In here doing this podcast, we invested in some nice studio lights to help kind of light the space up, but natural light is your best friend when it comes to taking product photography behind the scenes. Use the natural light that is available and you'll get great quality photos. Um, it's important though when you're using natural light that you shoot in soft natural light. And what that means is early morning light or late evening light, kind of the beginning and end of the day, that light when it's not the harshest, that is some of the best light that you can use to shoot your photos and your videos in. You want to avoid the harsh afternoon sun when it's just beaten down from overhead. That can create some harsh shadows on your products and in your photos and videos. But if you can use that softer light in the morning or that softer light in the evening, it's going to be your best friend with taking uh, your photos and videos, and you don't have to invest in studio lights. And then really it boils down to when you take these pictures, just be mindful of your background, what's behind your product, what's behind you, what's behind the items that you're taking a photo of. You want to use a clean, simple background that complements your product or complements what you're taking a photo or a video of. Um, Neutral tones go great with everything. Um, Use textured surfaces like maybe a piece of wood or up by a tree. Um, or some natural settings if you're a farmer or produce vendor or you're a crafter that uses some woodwork or something along that line out of natural materials. But you can use pretty much anything that's outside or inside for that matter. Just make sure that it's clean, it complements your product, and that is kind of neutral in tone so that it doesn't take away from the product or the image that you're shooting a video of or a photo of. And then when you're taking the photos or the videos, you want to take into consideration your framing and your composition. And basically, there's a lot of techniques that you can look into for framing your products and making them the focal point of uh, your image. There's a good rule in photography. It's the rule of thirds, and you can Google rule of thirds, and it can really go in depth on it. But it's basically how you frame your products in the frame by breaking the frame down into thirds. But the closest third or your image stays the focal point inside your video or inside of your picture that you take. So you just want to be mindful of your framing and your composition when you take a picture, that you don't have something in there that distracts from your product or you or the image that you're trying to capture so that you can post it online. And then with these cameras, if you're shooting with a camera or if you're shooting with your smartphone, it's super important to take close-up photos of your product if you're going to be advertising your product, showing people what you've made, what you've grown, what you've created. Take close-up photos, show the texture of the item, show good details, whatever the details or the craftsmanship um, of what you made. But you want to show the textures, the details, the unique features of the product. All that boils down, it really highlights the craftsmanship and the quality of what you created, what you grew, or what you made. And then that kind of leads us into some product photography tips. These are maybe a little bit more advanced, but they're going to help with the quality of your image and your video. Use props to tell a story. You can take, I'll use this as an example. Soda can. Right now I'm drinking some Crush. I love Crush. It makes me uh, remember my dad. That was my dad loved Orange Crush. Um, but when you use props to tell a story, that's the connection that um, you want to inspire, or you want to have with your customer base, because when you can make an emotional connection to them, like, oh, I remember that from my childhood, I remember that with my grandma, oh, my grandpa used to do that. Those feelings, we long for those smells, those tastes, those memories that we can't have anymore. Well, we may be able to have it through your product. So when you use props to tell a story, you can add them to complement your products and tell a story about how it's used. So if you're using fresh produce, um, you can use that fresh produce in a kitchen setting, or if you're a arts and crafter, you can use your products in a home decor scene. But use props to help really elevate your photographs and your videos. Another thing you can do is lifestyle photography. The the benefits of lifestyle shots are where your products are shown in use in their natural environment, or how they're supposed to be used, giving potential customers a visual or an idea of how they'll fit into their lives. So it's one thing to show a potential customer, hey, I have a really great product, and they see it in your booth, or they just see that product by itself on your online platform. But if you can paint the picture of what could be through a lifestyle photo or a lifestyle video, showing it on a wall, or this is how we're making dinner tonight with this produce, fruit, beef, pork, chicken, eggs, whatever it is, when you can convey it on in a practical manner on how your customers could use it, then that really helps close the potential gap in their mind on how they can utilize it, and it's going to help increase your sales. When you get into photography and video, you're going to want to think, maybe I need editing software. The reality is, when you begin, you don't need video software. Honestly, most of our phones, our smartphones, if you're taking pictures, you're just using what you have. So you're starting out with your smartphone or your tablet, come with built-in editing software inside your camera, or your picture gallery. You can open a picture up on your phone. You can crop it. You can do some color adjustments if you need to, some shadows, brighten it up, color grade it. You have a lot of options, pretty much all the options that you'll need right here inside your phone. So I would say if you're starting out, or you're not really advanced on the photography and the videography, you don't need to go out and buy editing software. Use what you have. Our phones have some amazing software on it already that's free. It's part of your phone. Um, but if you're looking to get into editing and playing around, there's some great um, platforms that you can go out and buy, whether it's Lighthouse, Photoshop. There's a whole bunch of them out there that you can use. So you'd want to research it, see what options are available, the pricing point for them. There, it can go from inexpensive to super expensive. See what's right for you, purchase it, and then just start playing around with it, and utilizing it, and learning how you can adjust your pictures from there. So editing software definitely helps, not needed when you start out. And then we got social media platforms. Um, a lot of times we don't know which social media platform is necessarily the right one for us. I would say probably the big four are Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and um, YouTube. Now, there's also TikTok. I don't think TikTok is as good for the marketing and selling. It's a very easy platform. Definitely, if you're comfortable on it, utilize it. But I'd say Facebook Facebook has a large, diverse user base, and it's typically valued for local markets and events and community building through groups and event promotions. There's a lot of groups on there. It's got a lot of users. It's kind of the OG on the block for social media platforms. So definitely look at picking one or two platforms that you're comfortable on. You don't have to be on all of them. And start posting those pictures and those videos and behind the scenes on there. Instagram is another one. Instagram is really known as the go-to platform for visual-based marketing, which is great. If you're taking a lot of pictures, you can really tell your stories on Instagram very well. It's an ideal platform for vendors focusing on visual appeal. If you're wanting to tell a lot of stories and show behind the scenes, Instagram is great for that. And it's a great shopping tool. They have some great tools available to vendors as creators to sell their products online. Pinterest, if you're a crafter, artist, you make stuff, a woodworker, Pinterest is ideal for crafters and artisans and even food vendors. It offers a place where you can go and showcase your products and themed boards. Um, you can pin stuff, and it helps drive traffic to online stores and future markets that you're going to be at. You should really be using social media to attract customers. You shouldn't be relying strictly on the customers that or the potential customers that are coming to your market or your event. You need to help get people there. And one of the best ways that you can help get people there and to your booth is through good social media usage. One of the things when you're using social media is you want to be consistent in posting. Posting regularly, maintaining a consistent brand voice, mixing different types of content, which are product photos, behind the scenes photos, customer reviews, a day of the life, making something, a day in the life on the farm. All those types of photos and videos are important, and you need to be posting those consistently. You don't want to post one week, not make a post for 3 weeks, and then post three times, and then go another 2 weeks and post once. That inconsistent posting, people tend to check out. But the more you post, the more it keeps your business and your products in the algorithm, which means it's more likely to be in front of people and customers that will come to your event and purchase from you. Online social media is great for visual storytelling. You can use captions on your photos. Um, Use the captions to help tell your story, tell the process behind the product, or share what the product image is, and then engage with your followers on social media. It's important that you respond to comments and messages that people leave for you on your social media pages using you can use polls and questions on Facebook and Instagram stories, and that helps foster a sense of community and connection with your customers. We talked about it in a previous podcast about storytelling and branding. These are great examples of helping continue that story and continue building your brand. I will give this little caveat though, when it comes to social media, I would avoid promoting your business strictly on your personal page. So on Instagram, on all these social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, you can create a business page. Highly, highly, highly recommend creating a business page. Post your stories and your photos and your products on your business page. And then what you can do is share that post from your business page onto your personal page, from your business page into groups. What that does is it helps differentiate you from your business in the sense that your brand and your products are a part of the business. They're not a part of your personal page. It's really important, in my opinion, to differentiate the two. And if you're going to be selling as a vendor, creating a business, just take an extra little bit of time out of a day and set up a business account. And then on your social media, create user generated content. Now, you might be asking, what's user generated content? That's content that other users, your followers, and your customers create that helps create a post, creates content for your page that you can respond to, which everybody benefits from. So you could ask customers to share photos of the products that they purchase from you, show them in use. When they post that, you can repost it onto your page. Just make sure they tag you in it. If they bought fruits and vegetables or some protein, something like that, and they made an amazing dish for dinner, have them post that. And then you can reshare it. Hey, look at this amazing dish that one of our valued customers created off of our amazing products. So use other users' content to help build your brand and your customer base. When it comes to photography and videography and how it benefits you and your social media platforms, you really want to sit down and create a content plan for social media. A content plan just kind of plans out your week, plans out your 2 weeks or your month. You could plan out the next 3 months. But if you create a content plan for social media, um, you're planning stuff in advance. Um, it just helps ensure that you have variety and consistency in your posts. Sometimes if we're just doing it as we think of it, we wind up creating a bunch of posts about the same thing, and it doesn't really give a variety, or we end up kind of starting to get inconsistent with our posting. Plan it out. If you have it, today we're posting this, tomorrow we're posting this. And the great thing about social media is if you have a day, you can schedule a day to post all those, and you can schedule them and put a time that they're going to post. So you do everything on here, but this photo posts today, this photo posts tomorrow, this video post Wednesday. You can schedule when the posts go live on your social media page. And another great thing about creating a content plan is you can do batch photo sessions. It's Batch photo sessions is basically just setting aside time to take multiple product photos in one session. So instead of just taking one photo and I have this photo to post, you're taking a bunch of photos of a bunch of products. You're shooting some behind the scenes while you're working. So you got a batch of photos and a batch of videos that are ready to go. So that one session of shooting photos and videos, now it'll take you through the next month because of the little bit of time that you set aside to batch shoot. And then you can do photo shoots of seasonal, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day. You can do some theme shoots and plan for those ahead of time so you can start posting about a month out from those events. And that helps draw and create some more interest to get people to the markets to come purchase those products. You'll want to use social media to drive traffic to your booth. You can use it to announce when and where you're going to be vending at. You can post about your special offers and products that you'll have at your booth. You'll want to encourage, if people buy stuff from you, that when they buy it, they tag the event that they purchased that product from you. And in return, when you make posts, tag the event that you're going to be at. That's geotagging. Use hashtags. So hashtag unique woodwork, hashtag lavender, hashtag local honey, whatever it is. Hashtags are very important on your post. A lot of folks think that they're kind of going out of style, but they're not. If you're using Facebook and Instagram, a lot of people find stuff via the hashtag, and when they search for products or they search for events. So when you use them, it just increases the likelihood that people are going to see that online, and then they're going to come to the event that you're at. Shoot some behind the scenes, share your behind the scenes glimpses, setting up your booth, preparing your products. All that helps build excitement before an event. So you definitely want to be posting that onto social media. And then during the event, do some live updates during the event. You can go on to Instagram stories, you can go on to Facebook Live. Just get your phone. Hey, we're here at the market. We're going to be here from 8 until 1. Here's the address. It's an amazing place. We got a lot of unique vendors here. This is what I have. I can't wait to see you guys. Be sure to stop by and let me know you saw this live, and you get an extra 5% off. Whatever it is, you don't have to do that 5%. I just threw that in there, but use the live feature on Instagram and on Facebook, and YouTube has it also, to your advantage. It helps uh, alert customers in real time about promotions that you're doing, special offers, highlighting a product, where you're at, and it gets them to your booth. And then measuring success and adapting your strategy online. Um, I'll tell you, I don't think there's a lot of really great ways to measure success when you're looking at kind of a straight graph. If you're looking for this was good, this was bad, it's kind of as you do it, you kind of get a feel for it. But there are some things that help you with measuring your success, and that can help you adapt your strategy. Um, you can measure success by looking at metrics such as likes, comments, shares, and your overall engagements on post. If you don't have very many likes, but you got a good customer base, or you don't have hardly any comments or shares, maybe you want to look at how you're engaging your customers. Let them know, hey, liking our photos, leaving us a comment, sharing our product, all of that really helps us. It helps us get into the algorithm. It helps let folks know that we're here, but we need you to help us, which really strengthens our ability to be out at the market, which helps everybody. So, um, those are a couple metrics you can use to measure your success. And if you're seeing not a lot of those likes, comments, and shares, don't be afraid to experiment with different types of photos, videos, stories on your different social media platforms, and adjust them based on what resonates with your audience. You're going to notice one particular thing really your audience really likes, and another type of photo or story that you do just really doesn't get the attraction or the response that you think it might get. So if you're seeing one or two things really get a good response, maybe double down on that. Still do these other type of posts that you do that aren't getting as much attention, because you want it in as part of the variety of your posts, but double down on what is working for you and expand and think about ways that you can expand those type of offerings and post on your social media. And then monitor your customers' behavior. Social media success can translate into booth traffic, sales. Um, you can use customer behavior on social media as customer feedback, and it'll help you refine your products and your offerings. So you definitely want to be clued in on customer behavior. And then kind of some takeaways from this podcast on social media. Social media can be intimidating, especially if you're not super active on it, but there's no need for it to be intimidating to you. It's definitely a tool that the more you use it, the more familiar you become and the more comfortable and at ease with using it. Don't expect perfection. None of us are perfect on social media, and nothing that you do on social media can't be corrected. So if you post something and you don't really like it, you can delete that post, post a better picture that's more in line with what you were trying to show. Um, but when it comes to posting pictures, you want to post the highest quality product photos and videos that you can, and you want to post them consistently. You want to be engaging on social media, which really helps attract new customers to you, and it helps build your brand. If you're taking photos already, maybe start doing a little bit of editing or paying more attention to the lighting or adding some extra props to your photos to kick them up a notch. Use some of these techniques that we've talked about. Um, Use one or two at a time and just start elevating your social media photography and videography, and you're going to notice that your brand's going to grow and that you're going to get better interaction from your customers, which are going to create more sales. So when you're out there doing your videography, your photography on your products and your behind the scenes, um, share them on social media, y'all. I tell you, tag Anchored Market Ventures. We'd love to see your progress on your videos and your photography. We'd love to be a part of your journey. We'll definitely give some feedback on it. Share them. And if you got some value out of this, leave a comment, give it a thumbs up. We'd love to hear you. If there was something in here that really resonated in this podcast with you, let us know. Let us know about something that maybe you're thinking about that you would love to hear on a podcast, because we will definitely talk about it. If it's something that interests you or concerns you, let us know and we'll dive into it and give our perspective and our take on it. But I'm Bill Davenport with Anchored Market Ventures. This is the Vendor's Edge podcast. We're excited that you're along for the journey with us, and we can't wait to see you at the next market.